guess I'm Lagosian. Name ring bells on both sides of the ocean. Falsetto finesse, swoon baby girl I wear out of the stretcher. She be like, you a part-timer, I'm an all-timer. You a viral artist, I will offline you. Stay far from y'all criers, bar for bar sire. Team full of stars and it all fire. I don't spill words, I Spielberg on a beat. Make a movie, yeah, it's the return of the G. Show them the way, cause they real nerds on the street like Braille. The way I make them feel words on the sheet. He's so good. She like, he's so good to me. He's so good. She like, he's so good to me. The sun gon' rise, the earth gon' spin. Toby gon' kill this beat, a chef gon' cook. You still don't get no looks. No better than Tech Bro shook. Sticks and stones with bricks and bones, but your words can't hurt cause you ain't read no books.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the great cities of the world, London, England. Coming up, another installment of the NFL International Series, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Cleveland Browns. Hi again, everyone, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And if you look back to last week, it was all about their defense. Anytime you hold an NFL team to single digits, that's saying something.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys also unbeaten on the year, so 2 of the league's best ready to duke it out. We're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And it felt like it watching the game tape. He got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here's McCarthy. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. You look at this Browns defense. They were terrific a week ago in the win over the Lions.
And they needed to be because that game was a game you don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game. And they got it done.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Well, here's Ryan Wright now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Taken from just outside the 30. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led out by the former Colorado Buffalo, their rookie quarterback.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of catches. 98 yards, 2 shy of 100.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
Here's Sanders. Right back to Njoku. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now Sanders. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Throwing, Sanders. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Browns first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease, feels good about what he's doing. And I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, and I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. 2nd and 1 now from the 21.
At the 21-yard line.
The handoff to Ford up the middle. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Sanders to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
He finds his man, complete. It's Ford. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Sanders. Over the middle, complete. That's Johnson. That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. Hopkins' kick is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So the Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Formation for the Vikings.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Pulled in at the 24. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. 2nd drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
This is Ford. Isaiah Rodgers up to make the tackle. You look at this defense for the Vikings. And they've played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
You have to like the way that they've played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 39. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42.
Taken down back at the
3rd down and 13.
Ready?
To throw now, here's Sanders. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
To Jerome Ford. No gain on the play.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Here's Corey Bojorquez now. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing is McCarthy. Short throw caught by the tight end Oliver. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 15-yard.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Completes this to Addison out left. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. McCarthy going to sneak it. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
At the 60. Alert! Alert! Ready?
They run with Ford. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
Let's go! Let's go!
And they'll run the end around here with Judy. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Pass caught by Fannin. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down.
7-yard gain.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
At the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready,
To throw is Sanders. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Cougar 19.
From the gun on third down, Sanders. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Hopkins' kick is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Jefferson going to go in motion right. On play action, now McCarthy. He'll fire deep, looking for more. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. The struggles continue here offensively. Still nothing for them on the scoreboard, and now an interception.
Yeah, the offense looks extremely sluggish, not really in sync at all. Dare I say, it looks like it got left behind in customs.
Oh, you've had that in your back pocket. You were waiting for that.
Probably should have left it in my back pocket, too.
Well played. So here are the Browns to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. It'll be a gain of 9, and they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On the ground, it's Ford. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Another Browns first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
On play action, here's Shadur. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here's Corey Bojorquez now to pump this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Minnesota. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now McCarthy. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
And the Vikings first down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Looking to throw McCarthy. A quick throw there is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
To the air with McCarthy. He gets it to Addison. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
3rd down from the gun, McCarthy. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And out will come the offense as they take over. Cleveland offense making their way out as we eke closer and closer to intermission. Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Get up.
Throwing to start the drive. Sanders. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Back to throw. Sanders. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready.
Looking to throw. Sanders. Finding space at the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line.
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and 11.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
Come on, come on. Let's go.
From the gun, it's Shador. Escaping the pressure right. And it's intercepted. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And that will do it for this first half. So these 2 teams off to their locker rooms for intermission, and that means we go to Orlando.
Our
Here's
spin
Scott
through the
Hansen
NFL
with our
starts
halftime report.
now. In Inglewood, the Rams at home to take on their NFC West rivals, the 49ers. And it's Jarquez Hunter. He's going to find a crease and take it 13 yards to the end zone. The Rams get a second straight win after that 1-2 start. With that, here's a look at the rest of the action from around the NFL here in Week 5, the first weekend of October. In the game you're watching, it's been tight throughout, a field goal separating these 2 sides through 2 quarters. As we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you. The rain, maybe not quite as heavy as it was earlier, but still coming down pretty good as we prepare for the second half. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26. The Browns offense set to go to work to begin this third quarter. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They will start this drive with Ford. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. How about Jonathan Allen there pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Sanders. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
That pass complete. Here's Butte with it. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll go play action. Here's McCarthy. Being chased. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fake.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. Pass complete to Addison. So the pitch and catch good for 11. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it and move forward and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. Now a first down carry by Jones. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
McCarthy off the play fake. Now he's forced out right. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down.
And the Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Up the middle, Jones. Fighting through, and he's got space. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Here we go.
On play action, McCarthy. His throw incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Mason Graham able to record his 5th sack of the season. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They have a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just lock people down.
So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. Now, this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Flush to his right. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
The coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Here we go.
Up the middle they go. Ford. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
A gain of 10 yards.
It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Again, they turn to Ford. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
At the 6-yard line.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
On the ground, this is Quinshawn Judkins. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Quinshawn Judkins, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead.
And maybe that's the magic touch right there. They didn't use him at all in the first half, at least running the football. But here they entrust him with some work down in the red zone, and he responds. 1 carry, 1 touchdown.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And it's up and good to extend the lead to 13-6. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Vikings ready to go again on offense. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
Exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on for the 5th time here today. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in London. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. It's 4. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. Here's a 2nd and 7. Flushed out right. This will be caught at about the 6. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. The Browns on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Looking to throw. Sanders. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jerry Jeudy, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the gadget play gets him into the end zone. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's McCarthy. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Back to throw. McCarthy work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Joe Tryon-Shoyinka showcasing the pass rush.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Joe Tryon drops him again for the second straight play, and it brings up 4th down. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Here we go.
1st and 10 at the 9.
Now a handoff up the middle. Ford. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Gets this complete to Butte. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Ready.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Go. Gravity Lions. Go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Now he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
Come on. Set.
On 3rd and goal, Sanders. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Hopkins' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
A loss of a yard. Brings up
now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Complete. Jefferson the target. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
16 yards. And the Vikings first down.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Looking to throw. McCarthy to Jefferson on the slant. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
That's a gain of 9. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Throwing is McCarthy. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Sticking with the pass. Here's McCarthy. In trouble, and he's taken down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Open man is Jalen Naylor. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker.
It's 4th down.
Going for it, here's McCarthy. He'll let this go for the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Justin Jefferson, 33 yards. And the Vikings are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Vikings 13.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Tag! Panther 60! Panther 60!
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
Let's go now! 70 Timberwolves!
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for the Browns, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
they girls don't be. If you didn't know, they be better than us. One hand on his queen, left on the freak. He probably thought they wanted me. Shawty seen everything, and you know she got him.